definitely, yeah, a couple of shining bright stars, but not so much on the youth side, a bit more veteran-y, would you say?
More veteran-y, I would say. Of course, we are talking Pick and Pay Cycle Tour. Still fresh in our minds, still fresh in our legs as well.
Oh, tell me about that.
Exactly, we can feel it. So how are you feeling?
I'm actually fine. I'm fresh, man. I can still,
No.
I
must also say, the legs are, as I said, fresh, but the bum, not so much. Anyways.
But I'm sure there are some other people out there that can sympathize with us. Because they were on those same bikes that we were riding. They rode that entire way. I mean, I actually think, other than everything else, we looked the part.
We did.
We looked like pros.
We did. You can see that one. I felt professional, man, on the bike, Going at it, even though we were going slow, it felt like I was moving.
But a couple of celebrities also made their way, of course, to the Pick and Pay Cycle Tour. Guys from 5FM, they hosted the entire Cape Town takeover show, and it was a great experience to have them here. We had Milkshake and Poppy here.
Exactly.
I still want to know what time Milkshake rode. Do you know?
Because he was aiming for what, 4.5?
Yeah, he was going for the jugular.
Well, we'll have to find out later, because we are going to be talking to Damon, who also cycled, but that a little bit later. Let's first take a look at who actually cycled the Argus on the celeb field.
The 36th Cape Argus Pick and Pay Cycle Tour saw South Africans dusting off the lycra and putting the pedal to the metal. The mother city was a buzz in the build-up to the event. Even 5FM hosted a Cape Town takeover, broadcasting live from the Crystal Towers.
I'm glad the Cape Town invasion doesn't happen all the time, because the minute 5FM come into Cape Town, it starts raining. The weather has been amazing, and the minute Gareth landed, the clouds kind of started rumbling.
We don't often enough get to broadcast from places like Cape Town and obviously much smaller centres. So it's nice to be able to do them, and especially to be able to do them with people around instead of in a studio where you're isolated and closed off.
We're having a good time in Cape Town. It's nice to get out of Joburg, out of the concrete jungle. It's nice to come to the coast.
5FM is taking over the mother city because we feel a strong connection to the mother city. We love our listeners in the mother city, and it's the place to be, man.
Sunday saw sunny skies as nearly 35,000 cyclists tackled the 110-kilometre route. Western Cape Premier Helen Ziller was excited to be part of the event in support of a good cause.
It's really great. This is such a fun day. It's an iconic day in this extraordinary city. The Cape Argus is perhaps one of the most well-known international events in this Cape of Great Events. And it's so fantastic to be part of it. I mean, look at taking part in the race to support this magnificent organisation called High Hopes. And it's an organisation that supports deaf children and their families to cope with deafness and to enable those children to live the fullest possible lives they can. And so it's a cause that's very dear to my heart. So I'm here for High Hopes today.
Proving that this event has a great and growing international following was the 62-year-old British billionaire Richard Branson. He completed the race in under 5 hours.
It's good to be at the top of the last hill, and we've had a lovely ride. Thank you very much.
Team Expresso cycled in support of Kaelita's Velokhaya Life Cycling Academy.
How's it, team? In our final challenge, Seikobosi, it is a butt-kicking hill, but it is the last one. Then we're home free down into Cape Town. The team has ridden so well. Ewan's been inspirational. Kat has been awesome. Guys, you've got to do this at least once in your life. Hold that!
The ladies' race was won by Henriette Skuman in a little over 2 hours and 52 minutes. This is her 7th cycle tour title after her race ended in a crash last year.
The actual race was very hard. The tempo was like really fast, and the girls and the guys tried to make it really hard up the climbs, and I was like last person hanging in on Seikobosi, and I almost thought I was going to drop, and I kind of dropped on Chaplin's Peak, and I got my composure together, and I like really had to dig deep. But once we were over Seikobosi and we were a really select group coming to the finish line, I knew I had a bit of a chance. I wasn't confident with my sprint, and unfortunately there was a crash 1 kilometer to go, and I was just in the right time, in the right place. And like last year, I came down really hard, but this time around I managed to stay upright, rubber side down, and yes, it worked out. It was like the lottery. I'm like really happy with the result.
It was a frantic photo finish as Harman Forshire came home in a little over 2 hours and 39 minutes, centimetres ahead of Tyler Day. It was a long-awaited win for Herman.
This is my fourth Pick and Pay cycle tour. The first one started back years ago when I was 16 years old. Then I was just a fun rider. 2011 was my first cycle tour as a professional. I finished third overall. 2012 I finished second, and this year I finished first. So from third, second, first, it's a great step for myself. The adrenaline pumped so much after the race, going over the line first. So I only start to feel like I'm the winner of the Cape August Pick and Pay cycle tour at this moment, and it feels awesome to win one of the biggest races in the world where the most people participate. Is an awesome feeling.
Well done to each and every rider, volunteer and spectator for making this a most memorable event. And see you all next year.
By supporting the Hoedspruit Endangered Species Centre, that's where we found goodness. Pick and Pay, always there for you.